Hello, it's Matt Linklater here, and I just want to share with you just a quick story about what gets measured gets done. And I believe in measuring as much as you possibly can in life and in business. Kind of what I pride myself on sometimes when, for instance, this guy came in earlier this week, and I showed him with just 20% of his assets, I could increase his legacy by 250%. And the way I did that is there's not really a software system on the planet that I've seen that could actually do it. I had to create some algorithms and some measurement processes to actually show him how I'm getting that type of exponential legacy while providing him income and while providing all his hopes and dreams. And why I tell you that too is I was having another conversation with somebody dear to me about their business and how their company is saying, just spouting out some half-baked numbers and trying to make estimations on what they think is possible by half-baked numbers. I was up with a very successful company in Canada, and I was teaching him the Pareto law and the 80-20 rule. And he said, hey Matt, he asked his team, what percent of our clients do you think are producing 50% of our business? And I said, I know the exact number. And he looked at me and goes, how would you know the exact number? And it's because you got to create algorithms in your mind. You got to learn how to measure stuff. And the more you learn how to measure stuff, the more certain you will get about your processes, about your systems, the more certain you will get about your outcomes. So the more you can measure and the more that you can hone down and break it down into its finite measurements, the more you're going to be able to predict your success, the more you're going to be able to invest your time more wisely, the more you'll be able to invest your money more wisely. And so it's really what gets measured gets done. And so, for instance, this person was telling me, they said, well, what do you think your goal is for this year? And she said, well, what do I have? And they said, we have 67% penetration. And they said, well, what does that really mean? It says 67% of the possible people are selling for you. Yeah, but you can break that down in so many other ways than just, here's this pool, you have 67% selling, but what is their capability? How much can they sell? And then you can keep breaking that down and actually get a good algorithm about what is possible. And so it's like kind of applying Moneyball to your business. It's like applying Moneyball to your life. So if you haven't read that book, I would say it's a great way to start to understand of what could I measure and then become more predictable with my success, predictable with my team, and predictable with my outcomes. So really you have to focus down to what are you measuring, how do you measure, and what are some heuristics that you could use. I recommend using Moneyball. I recommend understanding the Pareto law. Once you understand how to expand the Pareto law into all areas of life, you will then come up with different algorithms that fit more importantly to what you're trying to measure and what you're trying to accomplish in your business and in your life. So start measuring everything and start applying things like the Pareto law. Start applying things and concepts like Moneyball, and you will understand how your business and how your life and your success could be more predictable. So come up with heuristic models and algorithms that you can apply to your life, and start using things like the 80-20 rule and Moneyball, and start saying, how does this apply to me? How does this apply to my life? How does this apply to my business? And you will start understanding how to lead more efficiently. You will start understanding how to measure more efficiently, and therefore you'll understand how to invest your time and your money more efficiently to have more predictable outcomes for yourself. So start measuring everything and start identifying different algorithms that you could apply to your life, different mathematical formulas, different heuristic models that you could apply to predict your success.